Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you for being here, and that's right, today we are talking about 10 fragrances that have signature scent office fragrance written all over them. That's what this list is all about today. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I appreciate it. Before we hop into this list, I want to give you some insight as to exactly what you are watching. I compiled a list, of course, of 10 fragrances that we know. We already know that. But what was I thinking? What was the strategy behind this? Well, the first 5 fragrances that you are going to be hearing about today, I gear more towards you sophisticated gentlemen that are in your early 20s all the way up to your early 30s. The last half, the last 5, the remaining 5 fragrances that you are going to be hearing about are for you sophisticated gentlemen in your 30s, maybe perhaps mid-30s, all the way up, so on and so forth. The other thing I wanted to keep in mind was budget, okay? So you're going to hear about cheapies, you're going to hear about mainstream designer fragrances, all the way on up to niche fragrances in this video as well. One other thing, and then we'll start with the list. Season does not matter. There's nothing in here that's going to be over challenging or uncomfortable for you to wear or anything like that. You're not going to have to worry about other people saying this smells disgusting, never wear that again. I wanted to make sure there was a certain level of mass appeal here while also still having a unique factor about them. You guys are going to love this. Let's talk about these fragrances. The first fragrance that we're going to be talking about today is synonymous with my channel. I love it. It's tried and true. It's been around for a long time. If memory serves me correct, 2008, Albert Morillas was your perfumer here. This is, of course, Versace Pour Homme. What this fragrance is here is a beautiful citrus fragrance with some aromatic spice in here, some woods in the base. It's very refreshing, uplifting type of a fragrance. It's great. It's not challenging, very, very mass appeal. The mass appeal factor here is very high. I don't know of many people that really don't like this fragrance. It's that easygoing, that easy on the nose type of a fragrance style here, and one that you should definitely check out, especially if you're a guy only looking to own 1 to 3 fragrances in your in your collection, and you're wanting one specifically for the office. This would be that one for you. All year long, you can get away with wearing this as you can with the other 9. Let's move on. The next fragrance that we're going to be talking about comes from the house of Giorgio Armani. This one here is Acqua di Parma. This is Profumo. Now, what I love about Profumo is they took the original citrus, bright Acqua di Parma that it's, we all know, we all love, or at least appreciate, and they darkened it up with some patchouli, with some incense, giving it this slightly smoky feel. For you guys in your late 20s, early 30s, you're gonna love this stuff. It's great for the office. Again, any season, it just works well year round. It's great, it's stunning. And again, not many people out there are going to say that they don't like this. So it's a perfect one to wear in the office. If you're looking for that one, this may be the one. Check it out. Acqua di Parma Profumo from Giorgio Armani. So we went bright and fresh to start it off. Then we gave you a dark aquatic. Let's talk about fresh, bright, and green. Eternity for Men. This is the Eau de Parfum by Calvin Klein. This stuff is great. Like I said, fresh, bright, green. It's classified as a fougere, but doesn't really strike me as a fougere. This is more of a green fragrance to me. Has a little bit of woods in here. But like I said, the overall vibe and scent profile here is just very fresh, vibrant, green, uplifting type of scent. Again, another one that's not offensive. It's not tricky on the nose or anything like that. It has that mass appeal factor, but instead of it being like an aquatic or a citrus dominant fragrance, this goes in the clean green direction, and a great one. Another one, if you guys are looking for an easy to wear signature scent fragrance for the office, man, this is a great option for you. Definitely check it out, especially for you dudes out there, you sophisticated dudes out there in your 20s to early 30s. Calvin Klein, Eternity for Men, Eau de Parfum. The last 2 fragrances are going to be a bit more on the soapy, clean side. This one being John Varvatos, Artisan Pure. I love this stuff. I wear it. I'm in my mid-30s. I don't really care. This stuff is that good. Yes, fresh, soapy. Think clean linens, right? Clean linens, fresh, out of the dryer. That's what you get here. You have a little bit of a spicy nuance, but not too much. And that the white florals in here, for those of you gentlemen out there that are afraid of floral fragrances, though I wouldn't deem this a floral fragrance, but I do want to explain here. Those florals, the white florals that you're smelling here, come across as clean laundry. That's why I described it the way that I did. Excuse me. That's why I described it the way that I did, because when you read the note listing here, you're going to see a lot of floral ingredients, but don't mistake this as a floral fragrance. It is not. It's very fresh, very clean, slightly spicy, perfect for the office. Just great. What can I say? It's a winner all around. Like I said, guys, in my mid-30s, I still rock this stuff strong, and you will love it too. Check it out from the house of John Varvatos, Artisan Pure. Great performer too. Last but not least is like the quintessential office fragrance from Prada. This is, of course, Prada L'Homme. Great fragrance, soapy, fresh, clean iris. You have these citrus components. You have woods in the base. A great fragrance here. Maybe a bit of musk too as well. Just clean, fresh. If you like smelling clean and fresh, if you like that slightly soapy type of smell, you gotta have it. You have to own this. You have to add it to your collection. It's perfect for the office. Again, nobody is ever going to tell you you smell bad when you wear this, because you smell shower fresh and clean. That's the vibe that this gives off. It's just a very clean smelling fragrance. And like I said, great for the office. That's why it's here. That's why this is signature scent worthy for the office. Do check this out if you haven't already. From the house of Prada, this is Prada L'Homme. Hopefully you sophisticated dudes, as I so eloquently put it there, enjoyed that those 5 fragrances that I chose for you that are definitely signature scent worthy for the office. If you guys are enjoying the list so far and you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And everybody do me a favor and hit that like button. That's going to do wonders for this channel. Now let's talk about sophisticated scents for the gentlemen that are in their 30s, perhaps mid-30s on up. Let's go. For those of you that have been around the channel for a while, you guys know I love my fragrances that are woody, earthy, that remind me of the outdoors. This one reminds me of the outdoors, but this one goes in a fresh cut, clean, woody feel. This, of course, coming from the house of Narcotica, simply called Narcotica. A great, like I said, fresh cut wood type of smell. You have cypriol in here. So the cypriol oil, to me, gives this fresh, herbaceous kind of a feel while also complementing the woods very, very nicely here, and slightly musky I find it to be. Now, you also have cannabis in here. The cannabis here is going to give more of a fresh green feel. It does not smell like marijuana or anything like that. Like I said, just adds a nice fresh green quality to this composition, but in the end, it is dominated by this fresh, clean, freshly cut wood type of feel. But guys, let me tell you, no matter what I say about this fragrance, it's never going to do it any justice. My suggestion to you is check out the non-affiliate link for Dior perfumes below. Visit their website, get yourself a sample, and test it out before you pay big bucks for this one, because it does not come cheap. But let me tell you, you are definitely going to smell the refined, luxurious quality inside of this very heavy bottle. So definitely get your nose on this fragrance if you haven't already. The next fragrance comes from the design house of Chanel. I don't know if it gets much better than this when we're talking about signature scents for the office. Well, I think it can get better than this. We're talking about Bleu de Chanel from the house of Chanel, but this one is the Parfum, and that's why it's here for you guys in your 30s on up to enjoy this fragrance. You know, the eau de parfum, the eau de toilette, a little bit more on the youthful side. Now, this one has all the qualities, the great qualities that those concentrations have, but on the base, it's a little bit more mature smelling. You do have this creaminess in here, perhaps some tonka bean or sandalwood or sandalwood, but there's something I noticed that wasn't credited, and it's vetiver. I distinctly pick out vetiver in this fragrance, though it's not listed. There's definitely a dry, woody feel that's going to remind you, or can remind you, of vetiver in this fragrance, but you have these beautiful citruses up top that do carry on throughout the entire course of the wearing experience of this fragrance. Chances are you don't really need me to talk much about it because you've already heard about it, but guys, this is tried and true. It's talked about it at great lengths for a good reason, because It is just that great. It is a staple for me in the office, and I absolutely love it, and that's why it had to be on this list. Bleu de Chanel Parfum from the house of Chanel. I'm a tobacco lover, and for my tobacco lovers, I had to include at least one signature scent tobacco fragrance for the office, and I'm choosing Ambre Tabac from the house of Daniel Josier. Now, why this fragrance? Well, it's warm with that cinnamon, adds a bit of coziness to it. The bergamot in here comes across more like apple. I should say smells more like an apple note. So you have this apple cinnamon vibe. You have this sophisticated, earthy, herbal type of tobacco smell going on here. It's simply gorgeous, and in a temperature-controlled environment, you can wear this year-round. If you have not tried this fragrance yet, I don't know what the heck you are waiting for. I did do a full review on this fragrance, so definitely check out the full review if you want to hear more about this stuff. But you want to talk about masculine, sophisticated, refined, luxurious. In my opinion, when it comes to tobaccos, it doesn't get much better than Ambre Tabac from the house of Daniel Josier. I highly, highly recommend getting your nose on this one. The next fragrance that I'm going to be talking about is from a house that is well respected, well loved within the community, actually inside and outside of the community. This fragrance flies under the radar. Those of you that are in your 20s and stuck around just because you wanted to see what the rest of this list shaped out to be, you are in for a treat, guys. Get your noses on B612 from the house of Nishane. This flies under the radar. Why did I specifically point out people in their 20s? Because, guys, you can wear this fragrance. Unlike some fougères, which can be overly mature smelling, perhaps even some would argue, maybe even a dated smell, that's not what's going on here. It's sophisticated enough for mature gentlemen to be able to appreciate it, but I think that gentlemen in your 25 years or older can also appreciate this barbershop style fougère, because it will never go dated. It does not have a dated type of aroma to it. What this fragrance is all about is loads of lavender that does go in the barbershop, kind of clean, soapy barbershop direction. You have excellent woody nuances here, contrasted with this beautiful oak moss patchouli combination, also adding to the base of the fragrance, adding a bit of complexity to it. It's a great smelling fragrance. It is my scent of the day today, and a fantastic one. If you are a fougère lover and you are looking for the one signature scent for the office and you love fougères, hard to top B612 by Nishane. Check it out. All right. I said this list wasn't ranked on purpose because I didn't want you guys out there skipping around, trying to look through all these fragrances, seeing what is where and all that. Between you and I, this is my number one office fragrance. To me, it does not get much better than this fragrance, and it is from the house of Zaharoff. This is Signature Pour Homme. This is the OG. This is what started my journey for me, and one that I'm damn proud to have in my collection. Now, what this fragrance is all about, because at its core, it is a fougère style fragrance. Now, what's amazing about this is you have notes in here to start off at top. So it's bright and refreshing up top, but this juicy pear note. So you have juicy pear up top, right? But then as the fragrance starts to transition, develop, gets more toward the heart of the fragrance, you notice this barbershop, soapy kind of quality to it, contrasted with this awesome combination of frankincense and myrrh. There's also some oud in here, adding a bit of depth and complexity to the fragrance. But let me tell you, this is just, again, refined, upscale, sophisticated gentleman. That's what this fragrance screams. This is one that you can wear all year round. Definitely control the sprays on this one. It's just a powerful fragrance. So no matter if it's indoors, outdoors, whatever the situation is, control the trigger on this one. But a great smelling fougère. Great for anyone that loves fougère fragrances. From the house of Zaharoff, this is Signature Pour Homme, my favorite office signature scent fragrance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed this video here. If you had one fragrance from this list to choose as your signature scent for the office, which would it be? If you're saying, I love the list, man, but none of those 10, this is my signature scent, let me know that as well. I would love to know. This is a video I do plan on doing once a year. signature scent office style fragrances. So I would love to revisit this list and do this again for you next year in 2023. I will see you guys very soon, but until then, do me a favor. Love each other, take care of one another, respect everyone. I love you guys. Thanks again. Take care. See you soon. Peace.